I am so sorry, my people. I am very, very, very sorry. Network issue. Sorry about that, guys. It is network issue, and I plead for forgiveness. I'm sorry. I know you guys know how it is when it comes to this network, you know. It's crazy. It's very crazy. So bear with me. The network just went off on me. Devil is a liar. Let me confess that in the public, that the devil is a liar. Somebody out there want to hear about blood pressure. You know, it's not everybody that has the knowledge of what the high blood pressure is or low blood pressure. But guess what? You know, the enemy is never happy when good things want to take place. So I don't really pay attention to the distraction of the devil. Right now, I take authority from above as a child of God. As I open this Facebook to treat high blood pressure today, every devices of the enemy, every corner that the enemy is trying to come in to distract this broadcast today, right now I say, Spirit of God, Holy Ghost fire, answer in the name of Jesus. Every distraction of the enemy right now, I invite the Holy Spirit of God to take absolutely control, and I pray that our ears will be open to receive one or two things today that will bless our family, bless us and our loved ones. That I pray in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. That's a good lesson. You know, sometimes we start stuff and we don't invite God in, and the devil will want to show up a little bit. So right now the Lord is in control, and I know it is well. I know it is well. So today we are going to treat hypertension. Thank you, Patience, for joining from Nigeria. God bless you. Israel, I appreciate you. We want to treat blood pressure. Thank you, Records, for joining me. God bless you. I appreciate that. We want to treat blood pressure, high blood pressure. And we have low blood pressure, hypertension and hypotension. What is hypertension? Take note and get a pen. Share the video. Let someone else learn from us. I see my sister-in-law from UK. Thank you for joining me. I love you, sis. Share this video. Thank you. High blood pressure. Honorable, I appreciate you for joining me. High blood pressure. The way it sounds is exactly what it is. High blood pressure. Amanda Foss, I appreciate you, girl. Thanks for joining. High blood pressure, hypertension. In the vessels of the heart. Love you too, Amanda. God bless you. The heart or the body is made up of oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood. That's what is running inside our veins and our arteries. That is why we're able to breathe in and out. Because we have oxygenated blood running through our veins and arteries. And it runs the way it's supposed to go, pushing up to systolic and pushing down at diastolic. The rising of the blood pressure, when you take a deep breath, it goes up. That's the rising of the blood pressure. And when you breathe down, your blood pressure drops. As it drops, the heart rate as it's coming down, that is your diastolic. So when it's normal, it's okay. When it's normal, it's okay. You're breathing normal like me right now, you know. I'm taking in oxygen and I'm removing oxygen. Everything is okay. Breathe in and out. No obstruction. But when we say someone has blood pressure, we don't have any particular cause for blood pressure. I know most people on this broadcast will be expecting me to say the causes of blood pressure. There is no medically proven cause of blood pressure. You can search anywhere you want. There is no medical term that they will tell you that is the cause of blood pressure. But I will give you tips, things that you will look at, or little things that we can do to make sure that that blood pressure doesn't rise up. So when the heart is beating so fast, let's just say someone went and did exercise outside. You run outside for 20 minutes, like constantly, non-stop for 20 minutes. You check your blood pressure, it's going to go up because you have worked the body. It's going to go up. The arteries and the veins have done some exercise. the blood pressure is going to rise. Even your diastolic, the way it's dropping is also going to be increased because you just did some exercise. Is that called blood pressure? No. That is normal. We even want everybody to exercise, to keep your blood flowing very well. But when you're relaxed, you're not exercising, you're not stressed, physically stressed, and your heart is beating so fast, the oxygenated blood in the system is going so fast, it's overworking the body. Guess what? Your blood pressure will be shooting up. It will be going up. And people want to ask, what is the cause? Why is it going to shoot up? There is no cause for it. We can't tell you this is exactly what is causing blood pressure. We cannot tell you that. But it's a deadly disease. It kills without announcement. Here in this state, they call it silent killer. It is what it is. Silent killer. That's what is blood pressure. For you to survive blood pressure, your heart had to be pumping blood normal, going up oxygenated blood and breathing out deoxygenated blood. You take in breath, you breathe out. It has to be normal. And when you check the EKG, those of them in the healthcare, when you read the EKG of a normal blood pressure of any individual, the pattern, I will show all those at the end of this session, not today, but the patterns we read on the EKG, you will see it being consistent the same way. That's when you know the blood pressure is normal. Pastor John, thank you for joining me. God bless you, sir. I appreciate it. Happy New Year, I will say. So when the EKG reads a pattern consistently doing the same thing on the EKG, you will see that it's going the same way. Your blood pressure is very normal. But when you see the pattern up and down, it goes up, then it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, you can tell that the blood pressure is shooting up higher than it's expected to do. And people are wondering, okay, how do we take care of that? Like I said before, take note, there is no cause that we can medically prove to you that is causing blood pressure. Nothing has been proven. The main thing is for you to know your numbers and know the little signs that will indicate to you that something is going on. Little signs that will indicate that, okay, my blood pressure is not looking very well. What are those signs? When you start having a little bit of headache, unusual headache, everybody once in a while, probably you work too hard today, your system can change, you're tired, you start having a little bit of headache, Oh, Pastor John, thank you. I'm trying my best. God bless you, sir. Please share the video. When you stay and you know that you're not stressing that much, but unfortunately, every night, you have this bad headache. This headache that is hitting you like you can't imagine. You take Tylenol, you take this, take that, you even get a good night's sleep. But the headache is still there. That's a little bit of a sign that I want my people to go and check it out. Don't just pretend that, oh, probably I'm stressed out. It's okay. That's why I say knowledge is power. When you hear something is a silent killer, what does that tell you? That's an alert. Silent killer meaning it's like death itself. When someone dies, it's not that God will come and take authority from you to take you to heaven. For instance, like my child died, God didn't just tell me, Jesse, Gigi is going to die this day. He does what he wants to do at the time he wants to do it. That's exactly how high blood pressure operates. It's a silent killer. That word is true. So if you see those little signs, you're driving, you're feeling blurry, dizziness and all that, okay, you drink cold water, it did not stop. You see it as a pattern. Most times when you're driving, you start feeling dizzy. You start feeling dizzy, you're having headache constantly. I want you to check it out. Especially for we immigrants. Most of us don't have time to check our blood pressure like on a daily basis. I'm guilty also. Most of us don't take time to check our blood pressures, especially when you're above 20, and up. You've started having life stressor in life. You have started paying your own bills. You started thinking of getting married. Those things are things that are life changing, and it can affect your health if you don't monitor your blood pressure and monitor what you do. So the first thing that we want to do is to read our body. It's good for you to know who you are, how your body functions. It's very interesting. You need to know when you start having instant headache all the time. When did I start feeling dizzy while I'm driving? Those things, you need to monitor it. And each time you go through those little experiences, you write it down and date it. The time it happens, all the time. How long did it last for it to clear? What did you do to help it resolve? And if it's not resolving, what else did you do? Make a note for yourself so that when you go to see your primary care physician, you'll be able to present something. Don't ignore any sign like that. Signs of headache, dizziness, blurry, you're walking around, you're feeling dizzy, and all that is not healthy. It's a sign that is medically allowed for us to question, do I have a blood pressure? You need to start checking your blood pressure at least once a day or twice a day, I would say, to be safe. Check it in the morning while you get up from bed. You sit down for a few seconds, like 1 minute or two. You check your blood pressure. You go. Write it down. When you come back in the evening, repeat the same thing so that you can monitor yourself. I'm going to give the normal blood pressure, and high blood pressure and hypo. I will give you the values. Most times, our people perish because of lack of knowledge. If you don't know what is normal and what is not abnormal, how can you know when you're having blood pressure? If you're not the ones that check it all the time, how will you be able to identify that when it happens to you? That's why I'm bringing this topic, making awareness. We need to take care of us. Come now, let's be realistic. And another danger of high blood pressure is mainly the fact that it hits people of color, especially our men. People of color, is people like me. Black American, African American, it doesn't matter, Jamaican, people of color in general. The male in special. Male after 40, 45 years tend to have high blood pressure without even knowing it. Thank you, Sister Miriam, for joining me, man. God bless you. Please hit share. Men of black race, African American, Jamaican and all that, Ethiopian, whatever, Nigerians, but for the guys, the age of 40 through 45, most of them statistically have shown that we are prone to high blood pressure. And that is why our men have to be able to check their blood pressures on a daily basis. Doesn't mean that women doesn't have blood pressure though. Our own is there, but it's less exposed compared to the men. Men hit blood pressure so fast when they hit the age of 40. Black men, to say. So if you don't know the normal and abnormal blood pressure, how in the world are you supposed to know? And how can you live your life going through stress, you work 2 jobs and all that, and you don't have awareness that you need to be checking your blood pressure at home at least once in a while? I encourage everybody to run their blood sugar, run your cholesterol. Those are the things that want to keep us healthy. Do what you can do and leave the rest for God. People are dying every blessed day, my people. People are dying every day because of unawareness of what is happening within them. Read your body, know your body, do what you can without a prescription to keep yourself healthy. If you don't have a blood pressure cuff, try to get one. For those of us in foreign countries, I know we have doctors too. No matter how local our places are, we still have doctors around. Check your blood pressure, especially our men from 40 and above. Ladies and gentlemen, check your blood pressure, check your cholesterol. Cholesterol you can check once every 6 months to be on good track. I will hit cholesterol after this session. Not this week, but from next week, we're going to talk about high cholesterol and low cholesterol and what causes it and all that. So each time you see me on broadcast, please, I'm not here just to run my mouth. I'm here to make awareness for my people because I love you guys. People are dying every day, left and right. Sleeping in the bed, they die. Guess what? Blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, hitting us every minute, every second. Because we don't apply the knowledge that we get from people, we think it's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Share the video. You need to know the values of your blood pressure every blessed day. You need to know the normal and abnormal blood pressure. And you need to know what you're supposed to be doing on a daily basis to maintain your blood pressure at a stable stage. It's very necessary. Very necessary. You're not doing it for anyone, but you're doing it for your own good. You understand? Because there is no medical term that we can tell you that is causing the blood pressure in your body, except that we know when the blood is pushed to the edge, just like you push someone to the edge, then the reactions in the body start getting out of control. And when you're beating so hard, you have anxiety, you have headache, constant headache, you're feeling dizzy and all that, you're feeling weak all the time, or you have facial flush. You know, you're staying now, you're sweating unnecessarily. You want to check yourself out. Why am I sweating when the whole house is cold? This has nothing to do with menopause now, ladies. We're not talking about menopause. That's a different topic altogether. I'm talking about little things that can show us that something is not right. Little tip that can show us that something is not right in the blood system. Do you understand? And the little stuff that we can do, just basic things that we can do to change our lifestyle. Do it even as you're listening to me right now. If you're not the one that check your blood pressure on a daily basis, at least brothers, start checking your blood pressure once in a day. At least do that for yourself. Probably before you leave the house or before you go to bed. Check your blood pressure. Ladies, the same thing. Get into the habit of monitoring yourself before you hit the level that you can't even help yourself. Yes, last session I spoke about love, but I'm getting real right now. We need to be healthy. We have to choose to be healthy, my people. We need to live long. Death is inevitable. You know, it comes and goes. God is in control of that. But this blood pressure that is a silent killer, we can do something to prevent it a little bit. I mean, not that we're not going to die, but we can do something to reduce the extent that our people are dying every day of heart attack, you know, high blood pressure, this and that. Most of you watching me can bear me witness. We have lost a lot of family members, brothers and sisters. You see them, they say, oh, it's heart attack. Heart attack is blood pressure shooting up that causes heart attack and stroke and all that. But what causes blood pressure is what we don't know. Can you imagine that? That's why it's a silent killer. Precious DK, thank you for joining me from Nigeria. Blood pressure will cause heart attack, cause stroke, you know, heart diseases. Sometimes it will be a contributor to diabetes. But what is causing this blood pressure? We're not aware of that. Very dangerous. And the things we expect you to do is so simple. Change your lifestyles. For instance, if you're a brother that drinks a lot of alcohol, drop it, because alcohol can also contribute. Most times when guys drink alcohol, you can see them being hyper. Hyper meaning they are very anxious, you know, they get extra energy, and guess what? It's not healthy that your body is working more than the blood inside. When you overwork the oxygenated blood in your system, guess what? It's either you're shutting it down through stroke or heart attack. So if you drink a lot, you're an alcoholic. Wherever you are right now listening to my voice, you're risking yourself. They have more chances of even getting stroke, getting heart diseases and all that if you're an alcoholic. Little things that you can spice up to keep your heart going normal. Also, if you're a smoker, if you're those kind of ladies who smoke 3-4 packs of cigarette in a day, or you're those guys that can smoke any minute of the day, you're not doing yourself any good, damn harm. You're harming the heart. You are harming yourself. So drop the smoking a little bit. I might not tell you to quit immediately, because in health, we don't want you to abruptly quit what you're doing, but we want you to tamper it. We want you to take it slowly to reduce it. All you need to do is, if you're taking 3 packs of cigarette in a day, try and do 2 packs only. After maybe a month or 2, 3, you try and do 1. From there, little by little, little by little, little by little. You might not quit completely because it's hard. If you need help, seek help. High blood pressure is a silent killer, especially for men of color, above 40 and up. It comes in and it takes away. Awareness and knowledge is power. Awareness and knowledge is power. Limit alcohol use. Limit smoking. Manage stress. Stress is a contributing factor to increase the blood circulation in the body. You all can tell me that that is the truth. When you are cutting your coat according to your size, like I said yesterday, don't overdo things that you know you cannot comfortably do. Do what you can do. If 2 car notes are stressing you, don't risk your life. Let one go. Is it relationship that is stressing you so much? You are risking yourself. Stress is a contributor to increase of blood circulation in the body. And we don't want that to happen. So do what you can to reduce some certain things. And if you're those that are already taking blood pressure medication, you have to adhere. You have to have compliance to your prescription. You have to comply to the physician's order. If your doctor have instructed you to take your blood pressure twice daily, meaning 2 times, 1 in the morning, probably 1 at night, it's a lifestyle stuff. You must take it that way. You must take it that way. You don't take your blood pressure today, tomorrow you're like, oh, I'm busy, I'll take it the next day. You don't want to do that. You have to be compliant to the doctor's order. For those of you that your blood pressure is already high. For those of you that are not taking blood pressure medication for now, cut down on salt intake. Thank you, Chief, for joining me. God bless you. Share the video. I appreciate you. For those of you that are not having blood pressure, even those that have blood pressure already, cut down on salt intake. Do more of cooking your food than buying fast food outside. Because the salt intake is high. Read labels of anything you're buying in the store to make sure that the salt is low. Those are the little things that will contribute for you to have blood pressure. Can we manage our weight? When you are too heavy for your age or your size or your height, medically it can also increase your blood pressure. Why? Because your body, your heart, oxygenated blood in your system will work too much to circulate blood in the system. Okay, my size now, you guys see my size, right? If I get like 10 pounds added unto me. My heart will overwork to make sure the whole part of my arteries and veins will get oxygenated blood. So maintaining your weight is a very good idea. It's going to help us from running away from blood pressure. Maintain your weight. Exercise is another life change that we need to make. We're not doing the life change for only those that are taking blood pressure med now. Even you and I that is not taking blood pressure med. Maintain your lifestyle so you don't take it. Because when you start taking blood pressure medication, it is for life. I don't care what you think or what any doctor will tell you, you can never stop it. They can reduce the medication dosage, but they can never stop you from taking med for blood pressure. Because it comes in, it stays in. And it comes in, it doesn't just work on the blood pressure only, it starts giving you stroke, heart attack, diabetics, a lot of stuff will start crawling in. When the heart is not functioning, that's the chamber of the life. If that chamber is not functioning, what will happen to the other tissues and organs of the body? They will start being affected. That's why we're stressing. That is why I'm saying maintain your blood pressure. It's very interesting. Maintain it for your own good. When the heart is not functioning well, there is about 60% chances that your heart will have stroke, that your blood sugar will be affected, your weight, everything, your kidney, your livers, everything will be affected just because the heart is not functioning well. Why? Because the heart is the chamber of the body, and that chamber carries the oxygenated blood. Without oxygenated blood, there is nothing you can do. You can't even live. So when you're not getting enough oxygenated blood in your circulation, what do you think? You're risking your life, big time. Thank you, Sister Sylvia, for joining me. Joy, I appreciate you. Please share. The oxygenated blood in the system needs to be maintained and moderated. If I have to do little stuff like eating a healthy diet and all that, which I'm going to treat very soon, I'm going to list foods that will help you reduce your blood pressure. Not today. We're going to treat that as we go on this session. We will know the kind of food we should eat. We will know the things that are high in sodium and things that are low in sodium. So we're going to treat this blood pressure really in details. I'm not going to rush it so you all can understand. We have said the definition of blood pressure. We're working on the lifestyles to make some changes to help us. Not that we can cure it when it starts. We can't cure it. And I'm going to give numbers for you to know your blood pressure is high or is low. Because we need to know those values. So you can imagine, if the oxygenated blood in the system is not circulating well to the arteries and the veins of the body, the tissues, meaning the kidneys and organs and all that, what can the body do? You're opening a window to varieties of illness and diseases. And it's very deadly. How can you open your eyes and open the door of sickness to come in? Blood pressure, whether we believe it or not, is a silent, dangerous killer. And it's happening every blessed day. Heart attack, you turn around, somebody died sleeping. Heart attack, you turn around, somebody just parked the car and slept. That's it. You turn around, oh, somebody was just cooking and died. That is blood pressure. They did not notice in time. Augusta Chinwe, thank you for joining. Please share. They did not notice it in time because they are not putting track on it. So I want us to have the habit of checking our blood pressure every blessed day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do that. Let's help ourselves. Exercise is wonderful. Exercise is good for the body. You understand? Exercise is good. It will reduce the workload of the heart. You don't have to run, like you're running a marathon. No, that's not what I'm saying. But you can wake up in the morning, take a walk for 15-20 minutes, straighten the body, straighten the bones and the arteries, the veins, let them start functioning normal. Give your body a routine. Just like we wake up and we'll take shower, we'll brush our teeth, we'll dress up to go to work. That is the same way you should give your body a routine. Wake up in the morning, do your morning prayer, Go out, walk for 10-15 minutes before you take shower for work. Keep that pace, maintain it. It will help the body and the circulations of the blood in the system. Don't ignore signals. Like I said before, there is no specific cause of blood pressure, high blood pressure. Medically, I've not read that. And if anyone have the idea that now we have a cause for blood pressure, high blood pressure, please post it so we all can learn. Nobody will tell you that. But we can tell you the contributing factors that we suspect are the means where blood pressure crawl in. Like I said, when you start having instant headache, all the time you're stressed, you're having headache, you take medication, it goes off for some minutes, it comes back. Probably you're sitting down talking with people, all of a sudden you start feeling dizzy. You're driving on the highway, all of a sudden you seem blurry. It's not only blood sugar that can cause your eyes to be blurry. That is little signs that you can watch out and check your blood pressure. Exercise is powerful. Reducing salt intake is a good thing. If you're a smoker, stop smoking that much. If you're an alcoholic, reduce the alcohol intake that you're taking in. Maintain your body weight. Most of us are overly, weight on our body system. Body weight can cause high cholesterol. It will cause, blood pressure to contribute to it. Your heart will not function well because it's so heavy. The oxygenated blood is working so hard, the heart rate is just pumping and pumping, and when it gets tired, like the tire in the car, it will go flat. And when it goes flat, that's heart attack. That is stroke. It goes flat, it can't function anymore. The whole of your system will be affected. And that's not what we want to see. Monitor your blood pressure on a daily basis. Monitor it. It's very, very important. Maintain your weight. Quit smoking. If you cannot quit smoking, cut it down. Thank you, Admin 2, for posting that topic. I appreciate it. If you cannot quit, cut it down. If you're taking medication, take your medications as prescribed. You go to doctor's office, they prescribe med 3 times a day. Then you come home, you re-prescribe it to yourself once a day. The effect is not going to be there. You won't get the result that you're supposed to get. And you're wondering, how come the blood pressure is still 150 something? How come I'm taking this med? But you're not consistent. You're not adhering to the prescription. You're not. And you can't get a good result doing that. And we need to quit playing with ourselves. We need to quit thinking that we're doing people good by taking the blood pressure. Those of you that are taking it, you're not doing nobody good. You need to do yourself some good by taking it as the doctor said. Thank you, Admin 1. To speak to me privately, like what you always said, the phone number is pinned out. It's 832-363-1289. Please call the office Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you, Sister Ellen, for joining me. God bless you. Blood pressure is a killer. It is a killer. It's a destroyer. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, let's monitor our blood pressure on a daily basis. Make some life changes, to your lifestyle. Change some certain things. Like me, I love salt in my food. If I don't have the taste of salt, most times, I will add extra. That's even the worst, adding extra salt to a cooked food already. It's the worst part of salt, You finish cooking your food, you add extra on top. It's a no-no. And those of us that are so weak and lazy, we just walk. We don't want to do little exercise, but we keep on growing fat, and you think it's big madam or big man. No, you're risking your life. The heart is a little chamber. It's not as big as, what would I say now? It depends. It's not that large. But the workload the heart is doing, you just don't want to imagine. By the time I will do webinar next week, we're going to see the chambers of the heart. I will present the chambers of the heart, and you can see how hard will make this heart to work. And we're very lucky, most of us, the heart is still working so hard, and we're still breathing in the land of the living. Imagine when you turn your phone on, not like it's just on, nobody's talking, but you're talking on the phone for 24 hours, 7 days a week, non-stop. Can you imagine that? That is how the heart is pumping every second. Every second is pumping oxygenated blood, releasing the oxygenated blood non-stop. A machine that is on all the time. And these little things we will do to help that machine, we don't want to do it. Why are we lazy? You that is smoking every day, you're smoking, you think your life is in your hand. You're killing the heart. The heart is getting weak. When you see the chamber of the heart, for those that are smokers, you will start praying for their life. Or the ones that are alcoholic, you see their heart chambers, you'll be sorry for them. They are getting close to their grave, but they don't realize it. That is what I'm preaching today. That's what I'm talking about today. Let us do some changes to keep ourselves going. Admin 1, 2, as I give the values of normal blood pressure, can you please pin it for me so people can see it? Because I know some of my fans are writing down. Blood pressure categories. We are going to categorize high blood pressure into 3 sessions. I want you to take note. We are going to categorize, we are going to divide high blood pressure. I'm not talking about low blood pressure right now. We will take that 2 days after the high blood pressure class, because I have a lot to teach concerning high blood pressure. I have lots of information to give. So I will deal with high blood pressure, then I will treat low blood pressure, okay? And then we can go from there. Right now, I am teaching about high blood pressure, hypertension. Hypertension, silent killer, especially for our black brothers. Hypertension, silent killer. So I'll give you all your values. We'll have the normal blood pressure. Thank you, admin 1. We'll have the normal blood pressure. We'll have elevated blood pressure. And we'll have what we call high blood pressure. I will also give a 4th category of it so that we won't leave that out. That is the deadly one. We'll call it hypertension crisis. Your blood pressure has come to a level that is not going to be controllable. Most times people end up being in coma because they cannot control it anymore. It's a crisis. The way we say hypertension crisis is a threat to life. If it's not managed well, the person will be dying. So that's like the first stage, but the dangerous one, hypertension crisis. We have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, but the crisis one, I will make it stage 4. Thank you, Lydia, for joining me. Please share this video. When you say your blood pressure is normal, oh, my blood pressure, I checked it, is very normal. I'm looking at between 100 to 120. That's the systolic, the number on the top. That's what I'm checking. I said, well, it's good. Between 100 to 120. And not only that, I'm going to treat what weight, when you are heavy, what it will do on your blood pressure, or your age, and all that. We have tons of things to teach concerning blood pressure. We are going to know the infant blood pressure, the toddler's blood pressure, children's preschool, middle school, high school, adult, and all that. We will treat all those sessions as we go. So pay attention and follow me on a daily basis. So I'm talking about my adults now. When I say adult, we're looking at people of 18 years, but when it comes to health, they're looking at people of 15, 16, and above. High blood pressure, normal. At least 100 to 120, based on your weight, is acceptable for adults. That is the systolic, the number that is on the top. The diastolic is the one on the bottom. We want it to be between 60 to 80, not above that. Do you understand? When it's above that, we don't want that. It's hidden, either pre or elevated or stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3, which is the crisis. So you want to maintain your blood pressure to be between 100 to 120, over 60 to 80. And you say it is normal. Do you understand? I hope we are taking notes. When it's elevated a little bit right now, it's not something to call for doctor and get scared and all that. All you need to do is apply the lifestyle changes that I have pointed out before. You apply that. When it's elevated, we are saying, okay, it's coming up. My blood pressure used to be 110/60. Right now I checked it, it's 124, or it's 130, or 125. You're looking at elevated blood pressure to be 120, between 120 to 129. That is the systolic, the number that is on the top. And the diastolic has hit, let's say 75, is in the borderline. Remember I said 60 to 80 to be your diastolic, to be normal, the one on the bottom. But when it shifted from 60, starting point 60, and it starts at 75 and hits above 80, we're saying it's slightly elevated. And when you see those signs, you need to open your eyes and watch what you're doing. Check the little signs that are contributing factors. Are you stressed out? Especially those of you that are in school or that work 2-3 jobs and all that, or have a bad relationship where couples are stressing each other, you know, that kind of stuff. Or you lost someone, like me. I always use example. After I lost my child, my blood pressure used to be like 110/68 and all that. But right now my blood pressure is like 135. So it's already in the elevated side. And I know what the problem is, what I went through. I used to cry like every minute, every day, but I ask God now for grace so I don't cry all the time. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all the time, sir. Please share. When I see that my blood pressure has come from 110 to 120, hitting 130, 135, I have to sit back because I know what it is. When they start going that a little bit high, before you know it, it hits high blood pressure. And when you hit high blood pressure, the doctor say, yes, you have high blood pressure. Consistently, a whole week, your blood pressure is in the upper side. You will be put in medications. And once they hit you with medication, that's it for you. You start taking this med for life. And then the body will get acquainted, adjusted to it. If you don't take that med, the blood pressure will go up because the heart is used to having something to maintain it. So that's what happens if you're given a prescription and they don't take it for your blood pressure. The heart has gotten used to you taking it. Now when you're trying to quit by yourself without even taking your time to drop and change some lifestyles, the heart will notice that, okay, I used to get something to moderate me. Okay, right now, I'm not getting it. The blood pressure will start shooting up. And before you know it, you hit crisis. Hypertension crisis is a life-threatening emergency. It's not just life-threatening, okay. It's like, now we have to act. It's life-threatening emergency, and you don't want to hit that. So when it's elevated a little bit, it's between 120 to 129 and going. So mine is already elevated. And I'm trying my best every day to cut down on my salt intake. I'm trying every day to exercise, you know, walk around the house, stuff like that. I'm trying every day not to cry so much. And I'm trying every day to avoid everyone that is a stressor to my life. Anyone stressing me, I can tell that whenever you call me, it's about stress. Either I'll block you, or you will hear the voicemail, leave a brief message after the tone. Because I have nothing to die of blood pressure right now. So identify the things that are contributing to your heart rate going up, your blood pressure shooting up, you know, you having dizziness and headache. Look around you. What is stressing you? Try to modify it for your own good. So when your blood pressure is elevated a little bit, it's a sign that you're getting close to having blood pressure. Then when you are like 130 to 139, I told you earlier, mine is hitting 130. It's not healthy at all. So if you have hit the level of your blood pressure constantly being 135 to 139 or 140, the systolic part You know how you check your blood pressure? The number in the top is your systolic. When it's above 130, going to 135, 136, 140, you need to seek your doctor's advice right away. And then the bottom number now start going from 80 and up. It has crossed the normal level. You must go in and get your checked. You can do that once every week to make sure you get the help that you need. Don't say, oh, well, because I work so hard, that's why. That is not acceptable. Ignorance is a disease of its own. Ignorance is a disease of its own. And you don't want to be ignorant of things that will save your own life. That is why we are making awareness. This is the reason why we are teaching this session. This is the reason why we say knowledge is power. When you have knowledge, you are in control. People with a lot of knowledge that seek help, people that go for their checkups, I mean, I'm guilty about that, but people who are willing to learn, most times they are always safe because they can catch up stuff coming before you hit them. But when you're ignorant, you don't know your normal numbers and all that, don't you think it's a risk? So check that blood pressure every day, especially black men. Check your blood pressure. When you hit the age of 40 and above, monitor your blood pressure every blessed day. Sisters that are stressed in the house, monitor your blood pressure. Then when you say, okay, this is 130, 139, 40 and all that, you already have high blood pressure. You're going to be taking some med. And those med will want you to be consistent with taking your medication. Be compliant to the prescription of the doctor. Don't be angry. The doctor didn't cause the blood pressure to you. Because you're going to take it for life. All you can do is control some things that you were doing before. Like me, thank God I'm not taking blood pressure med. And I pray to God, no matter what I'm going through, not to take blood pressure medication. Because it doesn't go off. It's always there. They can reduce your medication sometimes, the dosage from 25 to 20, but guess what? They can never stop you from taking that blood pressure medication. They can temper it, turn it upside down, reduce, increase based on what is going on. But the doctor cannot say, oh, you're cured of blood pressure, because there's no cure for it. You can manage it. There is no cure for blood pressure. Sir Helen, thank you for joining me. Please share. And if you're just coming in late, make sure that you go back and see this video. Make sure you share it and you sit back and play the video again. Thank you, Adanda, for joining me. Make sure you play the video again. So if you are the one that is taking blood pressure medication, do not act like you're angry. And you don't want to take it sometimes. Oh, I don't want to take it. I don't feel like taking it. It's not about you. It's about your life. You have to be compliant to the prescription that the doctor gave to you. When we say you're in stage 2 of high blood pressure, your blood pressure has crossed the boundary of 139. You're already 140, 145, hitting 50 and all that. That's your systolic. Yeah, that systolic now could be 92, 100, 102. That is bad. Pure big time blood pressure. You start taking high dosage of medications. Ignorance, the killer to our health. You don't want the heart to be controlled, or the oxygenated blood in the system circulating through the arteries and the veins to be monitored and controlled with medication for the rest of your life. And when you don't take it, instead of it working low, it will go higher. That's the trick, and that's why blood pressure kills. That's why we call it a silent killer. Because it doesn't knock on your door, and it doesn't show you complete sign for you to say, oh, I have blood pressure. But you have to check it out for it to be detected. You have to check it out. You have to check your blood pressure out. When it hit to that stage 2, you have crossed 140 to 150, 160 over 100 plus. The systolic has gone up, the diastolic has gone up, very up. Imagine you're going from 60, which is your diastolic, to 80, to 100 plus. That is overload, overwork. The heart is working so hard. Your oxygenated blood is just running like a machine. You know how you do washing, you're washing clothes, it goes circle. That is what is happening in the heart. Constantly, non-stop, and the speed is like crazy. That is something that is a destroyer. That's why it kills. You can have stroke and you shut down. Heart attack can happen anytime. Then when we say, oh, hypertension crisis, oh my God, we don't want to see that. In nursing, they tell you it's a life-threatening emergency. We must do something right now. This is why they want to plug any machine possible to help the heart, so that the machine will start regulating the oxygenated blood and the deoxygenated blood. The machine will start working for it, because right now the heart is weak. Nothing to work with. It's completely out. Hypertension crisis, life-threatening emergency. When we say life is threatened, it's a do or die affair. You can go in and come out. Most times you come out with some veins, you come out with some machine helping you to breathe and helping you to walk. Most times, if you come out of hypertensive crisis, you're coming out with machine. Sometimes they build in the machine Hoya monitor to monitor the heart, because there's nothing the arteries and the veins of the heart are weak, so the machine will not help you. Is that what we want? We don't want that. Especially for men, especially for men, especially for men over 40 and above. Black men, black men, black men, take note. You guys have the highest risk of getting hypertension. So take note. Monitor yourself. Check what is stressing you. Do some exercise. Eat healthy. Reduce salt intake. Lifestyle changes. Do that. It will help you a lot. Do you understand? When you have heart problem, heart attack, most times people die. How many of us have seen people that have heart attack and they're in a place that someone can do CPR? Most times there's nobody in the house that can do CPR, and the heart, everything will back up, and people are dying every day. This is why I start treating high blood pressure. I will treat low blood pressure. High blood pressure will take me all the way through this week, because I have tons and tons of things to touch. I'm not going to teach it like I'm teaching in nursing school right now, bringing the chamber of the heart, pointing it every artery, labeling all the arteries and the veins and all that, that kind of stuff. That's not what I'm going to do, but I'm giving us the basic information for us to be able to maintain healthy lifestyle. And if you want to go to nursing school, then that's good. We can talk about that and we can teach on the side. This is the reason why when people have heart attack, they don't have anyone to start CPR for them. They die. Because that's the only way we can pump blood, oxygenated blood, to scatter in the whole arteries and veins to help the heart to come back. That's just basically what is CPR. Cardio is the heart, pulmonary is the lungs, and R stands for resuscitation. If we have a problem with the heart and nobody is there to resuscitate, to bring back, the heart will die. And those blood in the system will back up to the lungs. And there's no exit. That's how people die with heart attack. We'll get to the point of CPR. Admin 1 or 2, can you pin our website for the CPR so that people can register for webinar? I'm going to teach CPR live online. So you can go in and register, make your payment and all that. The date will be announced. You see me and we'll do CPR for you. I advise people from 8 years old all the way should be able to participate in this class. You should be able to perform CPR just like this. We want to be able to help people. We want awareness. Hypertension is killing people like crazy. And it's using the word heart attack and using the word stroke and all that, deceiving us. So let us work and guide ourselves. Admin 1 or 2, can you pin the website for the webinar so people can go in and view what I'm saying? for the CPR. I encourage everyone, if you have children of 8 years and above, register them for this class. They need to know. An 8-year-old child can perform CPR and save your life when you have a heart attack at home. My son that passed, he's 8 years old, Gigi. I taught him how to do CPR in case if anything happened and the brothers are not home to help me, you better start pressing your mommy's chest right away. Start doing something. Before you call 911, start pushing the heart now so that the blood can reach somewhere. You understand? And it's not funny. I will get to that point. Admin 1, Admin 2, please pin the website for me. We need to be aware of what is happening. Blood pressure is not good. It's not good. And that's why we want to teach CPR. As we go through this series, we want people to know that we can help to save lives. Hypertension crisis leading to, heart attack and all that, we should not give room for that to be happening. Statioflin, thank you for joining me. Share the link, please. God bless you. Heart attack is not supposed to be killing people anyhow. Because when you have heart attack and there's somebody there to start CPR right away, most times the heart could be damaged a little bit, but we will save that life. It takes about 2 minutes for the heart to completely back off and die. So can you imagine if there's someone in the family that knows how to do CPR and either the husband or the wife failed hand and the children of 10, 11 years are in the house, they know how to perform CPR, guess what they will get on it? Thank you, Admin 1. The website where you can go and register for CPR classes, I have a webinar coming up soon. They will announce that. Go to www.rekeshealthcareservices.com and you can pay online for this class. It's not a joke. Everyone in the family that is above 8 years old, if you have 4 children above 8 years old, 4 of them need to take this class. You need to take the class. Your husband needs to take the class. If you have your mother in your house, your father in your house, everyone needs to have this license. CPR card, valid one. Don't go online and watch the video and you don't see somebody practicing for you. You need to go step by step. You need to join my class so you can see how to do CPR in a very professional way. I don't just teach only CPR, I make you understand the signs and symptoms for you to know that something is not right. I will teach you how to take care of someone that is having seizure. I will teach you fall prevention. I will teach you choking and all that. Because most people think when you are choking, you're having seizure. Oh my God, knowledge, like I said, is power. As you join me, please share this video. Don't be ignorant when it comes to knowledge. Do you understand? When it comes to knowledge, it is power. Don't be ignorant of that. When someone is choking, it's totally different stuff altogether. When someone is having seizure, we want to be aware of that, especially in the third world countries. You see someone having seizure, you're running away from that person. Oh, if the saliva touch me, I will have seizure. Who told you that? Thank you, Admin 2. The website to go for your CPR class on the webinar is www.rekeshealthcareservices.com. Go there and register for this class. You see me live teaching CPR. For real. And you have to be aware of it. Save somebody that is having heart attack around you, in the marketplace, in groceries, where you're buying gas. It can happen anytime. Heart attack doesn't ring bell. It can happen anytime, any day. In the house, a husband can be taking showers. You're stepping out of the shower. Guess what? Heart attack. If you are having heart attack at home, you have children of 16 years, 18 years in the house, your wife is there, and they're all running helter-skelter, calling 911, and you're dying, your heart have 2 minutes to back off. None of them knows how to do CPR. You will die. Chigozie, thank you for watching from Port Harcourt. God bless you, my dear. Please share this video. So when hypertension is in your house, that's what I tell people. When that kind of stuff visits your house, you have to be smarter than that hypertension. You have to take charge. You have to take absolutely charge of your health and the health of your loved ones. I'm teaching this series because I love you guys so much. I want to bring awareness to my people. No matter how small, awareness, knowledge is powerful. Wonderful. Knowledge is powerful. Knowledge is powerful. Teach every child in your house how to do basic CPR. When you have an obstruction, people think obstruction is choking, is life-threatening. We will go into all that. Knowledge. By the time you finish these sessions with me, all the way, you don't have to be a nurse to be aware of what is happening. And we don't have to be doctors, all of us, to know how the heart functions, to know how to save someone that is having heart attack. We don't have to be medical doctors to know all those basic stuff. But we can grab them and do something with it. There's something very important that I want to say right now. Thank you so much, Admin One. This is very sad news, but I'm going to say it. I lost a child 4 months ago. Why? Because nobody started CPR on my child. I don't like going back to this history, but I want to help somebody out there. I lost my baby because everyone around him, when this incident happened, did not know how to perform CPR. And my child died for you. By the time the police and 911 get to him, it was too late. And this is the reason why I am burning when it comes to this health issue. I take it very serious and personal. Do you understand? I take it personal, very serious. It's not a joke. I lost a child because of lack of knowledge to people around him when the incident happened. They could not do CPR on him. Everybody was running helter-skelter, waiting for the police and 911 to get there. By the time they get to my son's spirit gave up. This is why I'm bringing this awareness. This is why I'm teaching this session. Hypertension is a destroyer. It leads to heart attack, stroke, and other, diabetes, everything. The ones we can handle, can we handle it, people? He was 8 years old. Thank you, Admin One. May his soul rest in peace. He was an 8 years old, bouncing and heart full of his life, having fun, strong, not sick. But something happened. Nobody got there to do CPR on my child. And his mother is an expert in that field. Can you imagine the pain that I go through thinking about it? I have stopped on the highway sometimes when there's an accident and bring my workload out. And I perform CPR many times. I've been in a restaurant and somebody was choking. I was able to do that. Prince, thank you for joining me. Please share. I've been in environments where people fell down and I know it's heart attack because I know how to assess it, which I will go in when we do CPR class. I was able to save lives. But nobody saved my own when he needed CPR. Can you imagine that? Imagine if it was him around when another child was dying. Gigi of all people is like his mom, a go-getter. He would have started doing compression because he's aware of that. We use the mannequins in the house and we play. Even my mom that is 80 years old, Mama can even compress. because I teach most of my classes in the house. Awareness, knowledge is power. Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you. Looking good is a good business. That's what I do very well. I love looking gorgeous, my dear. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. God bless you, sir. Bro Jerry, thank you for joining me. When I lost my child out of ignorance of people around him because of CPR was not started in time, it breaks my heart every day. And his mom is an expert in teaching CPR. I tell you the truth, when you go through my class on the webinar or come live in my house to take your classes, I'm telling you, you will never go nowhere else to take classes for CPR. Because I will teach you to the depth of it. I want you to know it. I have passion in what I do. I want you to be able to compress anywhere you see someone dying for CPR, they have heart attack. It should be a cookie to you. You shouldn't be scared. Like most people, they will be standing, oh my God, call 911. Before 911 get there, someone's life is gone. Friends, thank you. Thank you, my hairstyle. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Come on now. Can I focus? Thank you. I love that compliment. You see what I'm talking about? You put a smile on my face because you complimented my beauty. Take that to your girlfriend. Take that to family members. Put a smile on somebody's face. Thank you, Prince, for really complimenting me. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. So, awareness is power. Now you have known your numbers for blood pressure, high blood pressure. You've known the normal blood pressure. You have known the elevated one. You know the stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. That is awareness. That's what I'm talking about. That's all we need to do. Teach each other. Where I'm lacking, I want to learn from you. Where you're lacking, if I have the key, I should be able to give it to you. This CPR of a thing, we don't want them to disgrace us. We don't want them to be taking away our lives and our loved ones. Everyone from 8 years old and above, get online. Register your children, your loved ones to take this class with me. The website has been pinned many times. Admin one, please, can you help me again? I'm sorry. A lot of people are joining in so they can see the website where they can go. Go and log in and register your loved ones for CPR through the webinar. Oh, Roger, thank you, sir. My love to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm trying. So please, knowledge is very strong. And people without knowledge, they don't have vision. If you don't have knowledge, your vision is kind of cut short. People with knowledge are always pushing forward. So please, do yourself good. Do your family members some good. Go on the website and register for CPR. Please, it's very important. Go and register for CPR. Let's take this class together. Let's do it. We can do this. Let's take the class together so that we can help somebody out there. You don't have to be, we're not praying that our family we should have problem and all that, then we'll have to do CPR. No, that's not what we're praying for. But you can help someone else who need that help. You can help someone in the grocery store and you see an old lady slump and fell on the floor. You have your CPR, you've been through my class, and you can do it. You don't have to shy away and wait for 911 to get there. Get on it. Show them what Jesse did. Show them what Jesse taught you. Get on it and do the CPR for good. I tell you, all my students that went through my class, they don't shake when they see people slump in front of them. They do not shake. They will get on it. And I have testimony every blessed day. Teachers are different. I teach hand on it. You watch my video, you watch me on webinar, you see pure CPR being taught in depth. I don't cut short like the ones on the line. You go in, you log in, you answer questions, and they give you a card. When you come to look for a job, we want you to perform CPR. You don't even know what is the meaning of CPR, but you have the card. That's pure ignorance. Why would you go to a place that you're not going to know what you're doing, but you pay them $40, $45 for the card, and you cannot really do the CPR? It's a disgrace now. Why don't you pay the real money and get the real class? Help somebody in your family. Help someone in your neighborhood. Be an expert on what you do. Just like I do when it comes to CPR, I'm not shaking. That's my strong side. I will teach it without even looking into a book from head to toe and give you all the values. That's what I'm talking about. Knowing your stuff, able to defend yourself, and give knowledge to someone else. If my students are watching right now, they will tell you, oh yes, now, Miss Jessie, don't cut short. You will tell me that you have understood that. I do not cut short when it comes to CPR. I teach my class for real. So as you're watching me on Facebook right now, I want you to take it serious. Thank you, Admin 2, for pinning that number again. Go to www.rekeshealthcareservices.com. Register to take your CPR on the webinar with me. We'll have a serious class coming next week. Join the crowd. Watch me wear my scrub and display what is called CPR and teach you in depth. Get you the knowledge. Put it in you. Deposit that knowledge of CPR. We don't want to be losing people because of heart attack. How can you be in the living room and your dad fell down and died? You're calling 911 for CPR. What 911 are you calling? I tell my children, you guys are 911. As you drive your car and pass by, you see any accident, someone is on the floor, they're waiting for police, get on it. Save somebody's life. That's what I tell my kids is, don't be scared. You have the knowledge, you have the card. Prove yourself. All my students, the same thing. So as you watch me, get ready for this session. It's going to take us for a long time, probably 2 weeks, before we'll finish hypertension, hypotension, that kind of stuff. And then we'll start doing our CPR classes. We'll teach diabetics. We'll teach high cholesterol, low cholesterol, stuff like that. We want to give basic information to our people, the people that we love. We want to give you guys basic information, basic information so that you can help somebody out there. We can do it. Why not? We can do it. Fidelis, I don't know why it's not accepting you. I'm so sorry, sir. We can do it. We can do this. Share this video. It's an awareness video. Share it. It's not going to hurt you, my loved ones. Just to hit share on your Facebook. And then you choose names and share it. Let them watch this video. Let them share on their own page. We want our people to be aware. In third world countries, we don't have those medical assets like all the time. But stuff like this can help someone in the village. You can take the class all over the world. It doesn't have to be United States only. The webinar is for all over the world, nationwide. Wherever you are, you're watching me from Hong Kong, you're watching me from Philippines, you're watching me from Nigeria, you're watching from UK, you're here in the States. You can register to take your CPR with me. Grab the knowledge. It's worth it. Anthony, thank you for joining me. Grab the knowledge. It is worth it. CPR can save someone that have heart attack instantly. At least let them deal with that. Their life, they can be on medications and all that. We shouldn't allow people to die because we don't know how to do CPR. We shouldn't be scared to help someone else. You see someone fell down in the grocery. We have more than 60 people shopping in that grocery. All of them are looking like, okay, who's going to call 911? Okay, let's call 911. Who's doing CPR? People are shying away. Most of them have the card in their wallets. It's very funny. Even some nurses, I'm telling you the truth, that go online just to log in and take a quick question and print the card that you have a card. That's a shame. You went through nursing school and you don't even know the meaning of CPR. You're a certified CNA. You went to a school to get your license as a CNA. You don't know the meaning of CPR. Even when you know the meaning, you don't even know how to do it. You don't know the signs and symptoms. You don't even know how to assess a patient to identify if they need CPR. Because it's not everybody on the floor that have heart attack. Some people might feel dizzy and fall down. Then you start doing CPR and then you're going to kill someone now. So you need to be aware. By the time you go through my class and I teach you the assessment before you can start CPR, You will thank me later. Many people have lost their loved ones due to ignorance. I am one of them. I lost a child because of ignorance of people around him. They could not start CPR on my child, and it was late. He died. And that hurt me so much, you just don't know. It pains me every day when I think about how Gigi passed. And the mother is an expert in this field. It hurts so much. And I don't want to see anybody go through that. I don't want to see any of you going through that. Register your children. Invest in knowledge. There's no more investment better than awareness and knowledge to your family and your loved ones. Register your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband and wife, children. Above 8 years, register them to take this class. If you're around the Houston area, call the office number. The admins have been pinning it since. Register the class. If you work in the daycare, make it aware in your daycare. They need to know everyone taking care of people. And as we live, we need to be aware of how to perform CPR. It's a dangerous thing. Heart attack is hitting people every day. You work in high school or something, make it aware. You're doing sports, basketball, football. You need to know how to do CPR. You see people playing basketball and they slump. They are looking for 911 to come or lifesaver. Lifesaver might be on the other pole. But you're standing there. Before they get there, we have lost somebody. So please call 832 if you are around my area, 363-1289. 832-363-1289. Call the office number and speak to one of my admins. And they can help you register online or register live. And you can pay online. We don't have to take your information over the phone. You can pay online. The office is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Help somebody out there. Let's quit having shortcuts in everything that we do. You just want to go online and answer 20 questions and print a card. You've done CPR. Then you're cooking, your husband fell down in the living room. You can't even perform CPR. I've been exposed to some ladies that have CPR for 3, 4, 5 years, my people. And when they end up coming towards my own class, I don't know how they get information. They come to my class, and I'll be telling them, give me what you got. You have a license for how many years? You just want to renew, right? Show me what is CPR. They have no clue. They don't even know where to place their hands. When you tell them sternum, they don't know where the location of the sternum is. Shame. You tell them what's the full meaning of CPR. Oh, when the heart is dying. I feel so disappointed with some people. How can you invest something that will help you, help someone else, help your own family, your children, and you casually invest in it? Why would you invest so carelessly to something that vital to life? Why would you do that? Why would you want to do cut short for something that will save you, save me, save your loved ones, save your children? Can we wake up and do something different? And the result will be different. We will reduce the rate of heart attack in our communities, in our churches, in schools, in everywhere that you work. You will reduce the rate of heart attack. Children do have heart attack to infants. Imagine your children in a daycare. Those of you that drop your kids in a daycare, can you imagine? You have your children in a daycare, and everyone that works in the daycare, nobody is CPR certified. And you drop your kids, 2, 3 children there. None of them know how to do CPR. Children do have heart attack, for real. You drop your children in a daycare, nobody knows how to do it. That's risk. Or you work in a restaurant. Nobody in the restaurant knows how to do CPR. I remember an incident last year, I think early this year. I went to one of the restaurants to eat with my mom. To be honest with you, one black lady fell down. And nobody, none of the employees know how to perform CPR. They don't even know how to assess for it to measure his heart attack. One employee that have card had the guts to come out and start compressing somebody's chest, not even at the right place, on top of the breast. No assessment whatsoever. I was sitting, I watched her. They are calling 911, everybody's running, customers are running, you know. I went to her and I asked her, did you do thorough assessment? I have a card, that's what she told me. I said, if you don't stop pushing this lady, the lady was having seizure. She was not unconscious. She was having just seizure. And she started compressing this lady. I nearly called police on that restaurant. Honestly. I shouted on her. I told her, will you get out? She said, I have CPR. I said, well, I am an instructor. How about that? And I'm going to make sure I call in your CPR card instantly. I don't know who taught you this class. I'm going to call in. I need that card. And if I see police right now, you're going to show me your card. When I brought my instructor's card out, she started crying. I told her, don't you ever compress someone that is having seizure. She's still alive. All you need to do, make sure she's safe. Let her seize, and it will stop. Give her some privacy. Cover her body as a female. But you see, she had the license, she had the card. But she could not differentiate between seizure and heart attack. If I was not there, ignorance, she would have killed that lady. There was another incident I will not mention. 2 employees in a place watching patients. I won't mention names. And this patient started having seizure in a group home. One of the employees ended up doing CPR and the patient died. Ignorance. They have their card, valid card, CPR card. They didn't know the difference because they never went to any class. They went online and printed questions. And people who are doing that online as instructors is not good. If you want to do CPR online, like me, you have to have a webinar where people can watch you perform CPR from the beginning to the end. Assessment, complete assessment. And then while you're having CPR, what to look at. Don't just post yourself as a CPR instructor online without having a serious webinar to teach. We have to advocate for that. People are dying ignorantly because the card they are printing, they did not do the compress. They did not even watch you compress. They didn't watch any webinar to see that I am the real life individual teaching the class. They didn't watch that. You understand? It's dangerous. They ended up killing this patient. The patient was not having heart attack. It was seizure. But they compressed the patient. The blood backed up to the lungs. The patient aspirated. And it's very sad. How many examples do I have to give? I lost my child because of people did not perform CPR when he drowned in the water. That's why I stress on it. That's why I'm angry when I talk about CPR. That's why I'm pissed off when people tell you they have the card. Okay, tell me what is CPR. No clue. Okay, show me assessment. Clueless. But they have the card, moving around, working in healthcare, working in places that they're supposed to use the card for you. But they don't know what they did. It's very sad. And it saddens my soul. People are dying every day because of ignorance. Please, let's wake up, my people. Let us do something different. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Something different. Something different. Something different. Something different. Go to the website. Take your CPR card. It is needed. And I will be the one teaching the class live every time. My admins will be there to perform live on the webinar. Let us save someone out there. I hope you guys enjoyed my session. Tomorrow we're going to continue on hypertension. I will also stress on CPR. Do not be ignorant of the devices that will help you save life. We are here to make changes. We are here to change rules and protocols. It's no longer those days that will say, oh, why are we doing this? No, we will have the right. We are licensed to do it, and we'll shadow it. We will make it aware to our people, accessible to everyone all over the world. No limitations. To speak to me, to ask questions, call 832-363-1289, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And you can reach me at www.rekeshealthcareservices.com. And please, let me advertise my group before I forget. Sisters True Love Group. Please admin 1 or 2, post the website for Sisters True Love Group. Those are the things that give me joy, my people. I'm going to bring you some music. Sorry. Some music. This is so loud. I'm sorry, my people, for that interruption. I know you love me. My mistake. So enjoy this while I take a minute of break and sip my water. And we can round up for the topic of today, okay? And I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the music. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy this music. Just thank you for joining. You came in a little bit late, but please go back and watch this video and share it. Yes, that's the website for my group, www.sisterstruelove.us. Go there and check us out, ladies, what we do, how we empower each other. Knowledge is power, like I said. Okay? Register and join us. Our anniversary is coming up this month. This is October already. Oh my. Our anniversary is coming. We're going to post the location, the time, and our Thanksgiving Day, so you can follow us up. Guys, introduce the group to your ladies. You all know I love music, right? So much. So enjoy it for a minute. And then we can round up this series today. Everything I do it for you. Yes. I am so proud of you guys, honestly. Very proud of my fans. I hope we enjoyed this session today. I know we did. Knowledge is power. Always be happy. Change your lifestyle by trying to be happy every day. It will help. Okay? Keep your blood pressure to the normal. Try to control that blood pressure. Okay? I know we enjoyed this. God is true. Anything I do it for you. Anything I'm doing, honestly, every day on this Facebook, I'm doing it for you and for me. So enjoy the music. Enjoy it. Share this video. It is very educative. Don't listen and close your mouth. Make it aware to the other ones that you care about. Wake your wife and your children up. Let us be aware of what is going on around us. I lost a child because of CPR. It was late, and there were millions of people around. None of them performed CPR on my child. And my child is gone today. It's about 4 months by tomorrow. So I'm going to be hitting on CPR like every day that I do any class. I will add that word CPR. Let's tell someone out there how to save a family member, how to save a friend, how to save a co-worker, at the restaurant, at the places of job, in the grocery store, in the churches, anywhere, in high schools, junior high school, daycares. Let's just bring this awareness to our community. I hope I made some sense. It's not what time for. I enjoyed this session, honestly. I enjoyed this hypertension class, so good. And I enjoyed the word CPR, honestly. And I'm sure you guys have fun with me. So enjoy your evening and get ready for tomorrow's session. We're still talking about hypertension. Keep the low blood pressure apart. Let's finish one. We're talking about hypertension, CPR. Tomorrow, hypertension, CPR. Just like that until we trash hypertension. Basic knowledge. And you will be empowered. You don't have to be calling doctor to tell you your normal values. You can do it. Check it and then report it to them if there's any sign that is high. Be aware of your body. Enjoy yourself. And have a productive evening. And tomorrow, we'll see again by the grace of God. One thing I want to tell you guys now is that I love each and every one of you so much. From my heart, for real. I do not fake. I'm just telling you guys, you all are the reason why I'm showing up every blessed day. Because I get calls, I get emails, I am being productive, I'm touching somebody's life. And that's all I want to do in this generation. I want to make an impact, a good one, to my society, to my environment, my neighborhood, my nation, all over the world. And you join me, let's do that together. If I can reach almost 500, 600 people, and you share this video, guess how many people are reaching in one video? A lot of people. That's what you need to do. That's all you gonna need. And to my admins, oh my God, I appreciate you guys. You are awesome. You are getting my back really good, covering my behind, you know. I thank God for you all. And I pray that the fruits of your hard labor shall never be snatched away. In the name of Jesus. I love you all so much for what you do for me. I do appreciate everyone. So it is the end of the session today. And I will see you guys next time by God's grace. In Jesus' name. Bye everyone. That's good.